Welcome back, viewers, to Roo Studios 1.2.9G Tekkit server. This is episode 42, I think. Oh, excuse me. And I'm just, now that we've got our power armor sorted out, we can proceed with making a special kind of mob farm. And also start getting into our Safari Net gear. Right, and all I've done in here at the moment, you see a big room here. Underneath here, this downstairs area is just a pipe work area, and above here on that grey level will be what's called cursed earth. There's also going to be 4 grinders in here and a heap of dark glass through there, and basically I'll explain it how all that goes. This will be probably a couple of parts to get this thing finished. I thought I'd get all the building done first and run the power. Oh, pardon me, having lunch again. Oh, okay. So you see the ladder. I'm using carpenter's blocks for the ladder, so I can actually change the colour of these, like so, just to make it look good. And so basically, what I've done is it's a 7 by 7. No, it's a 10 by 10 area in here, which matches the 4 5 by 5 grinder areas that the grinders will take on. And I'm just going to run pipework through here into my ME network system, and the pipework comes from, let's head around here down to this one, comes from, if you look at our mini map in the top corner there, you'll notice that we're almost directly under our wheat farm, and there's one of our turbines sitting right there, merely chugging away. Okay, and this sits pretty much under our turbine here. So that's where the power's coming from, and the ME cabling is going up here, is coming from that pipe tunnel, that cable that goes into our cow farm and our sheep shearing farm. So that's where the cabling's come from. It's practically just run up here, and we'll head up here. Okay, and we'll move up to the top. So that's what it's going to look like from the top in there. And the other thing we're going to do, let's just get rid of this. Notice he can't shoot me. I love this power arm, it's cool. And this one here will be a spot for our Safari Net, and this will be a spawner that we can use to pretty much spawn whatever we want and catch whatever we want. So they're going to have conveyor belts around that step there. There's going to be an auto spawner in the center with a grinder, and that's going to have dark glass around as well. So we're going to be able to capture pretty much anything we can capture in a Safari Net, and actually spawn and grab the loot from that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is hop out here. Notice I made my waterfalls into my milk lake, so it looks pretty neat. So the first thing we're going to do here is go into our base, and we're going to make a couple of grinders. We'll just plot the recipe for the grinder so you can see what it looks like. There they are there. So I guess the hardest bit there is the Invar sword. All the rest of the stuff we have, so it's all pretty good. So that's the recipe. I'll get on and make half a dozen of these or so, and I'll have them in my inventory before we're ready to go. Okay, so I have my my grinders there, and I had to make a couple of interfaces as well, fluid and it's hard. And I also, while I did that, I also made the patterns and encoded the patterns up here, so it was easy to make these things. Alright, so next time we need to make them, we can make them. Now, so we got that. We need now to finish this build off, some conveyor belts and an automatic spawner. I think it's called auto spawner. Auto enchant, auto jukebox, auto spawner. There it is. We want that one there. So let's make this. I'm not going to encode this because you don't need many of these. So I'm just going to put the pattern in the machine here, and we'll whip it up. Okay, so there's our pattern and our auto spawner. So we'll just take that now and put it away. And our conveyor belts. Let's, from memory, they're fairly easy to build. And let's make them let's make them black, shall we? So we need a conveyor belt. So heaps of rubber, iron, and redstone. So let's whip that one up. In fact, I may put this into the encoder. Let's actually get rid of a few things here. Don't need that anymore. That can go with him. All can go. That can go. That can go. Okay. So that we need some redstone and some iron. I'll just make this into a code, and I'll get stuck into it again. Okay, let's get rid of that, and that. Let's go and search for our conveyor belt, wherever that is. There it is. And let's make a stack of them. I'll have a few spares. CON maybe. There we go. It looks like we had a few there already. And what we'll do is we'll get some saplings now. In fact, I put that there, I put those back, and we'll get our black stain saplings. Okay, what do we need here? We need ceramic dye. Alright, so we need some clay and some traps. Okay, so we'll make that first. Put that back here. We need that. That'll do. Alright, now we just put that in there, and put that in there. Oh, we need more. That's interesting. Okay, so there's our conveyor belts. Now we've got some pipe, got some cabling there, got our interfaces. Don't need to breed anything. Okay, I think that will see us through. Let's just see if we've got any more energy cable here, just in case. We don't have any there. Let me check our pack. Oh no, we've got a heap there. No, that's fine. We've got enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to race over here. I actually think it's night time. It is. I've got my night vision on. It's kind of handy having night vision. It's, when you start digging tunnels like this in the dark, it just makes life so much easier. And let's just knock you out. Okay, so the first thing we'll put down, just get out of here. The first thing I'm going to put down are the grinders. Now the grinders will clean a 5x5 area, so it's 1, 2, that's the center there. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's the center there. We'll do the same at this end. 1, 2, center. 1, 2, 1, 2, there. Okay. We'll then throw our interfaces down here. I just put because you've got to put the interface at the back where the dot is, otherwise all your goods just keep popping out the back of the grinder. So you've got to put them there. One there and one there, and then our fluid interface, I don't think it matters which side it goes on, so I just pop it on the inside here, like so. There and there. And now what we can do is we can knock out the blocks underneath here. Not that one, that one. Let's put that back. There. and knock out that one on each of these. Okay, so now we can run our cabling around to the power and power these things. So what we need to do here, it's a bit of a tricky one, but we can get this working. So we come down, oops, down there, we run that to there, and then run that across the back. Oh, that'll be right, that gets in the way. Right. We'll put that back somewhere else a little bit later. Okay, it can come down there. Alright, let's put these back up again. And then run this around under here. It'll eventually come up to this one. There we go. And then the same for this end. Which meaning I'll have to get rid of that and that. Okay, so that's our ME network set up and connected, and now we'll just do our power, and these will be ready to crack on. So there, and down one more. Oh, that's a little bit easier than I thought. Down one more. Awesome. And then, oh, miss this button here. And there we go. Our grinders are now running. So this is ready for making the dark glass and the cursed earth. So let's, we can't get down. Okay, I'll have to just fix that up. It's not a biggie. I've got a bit more there, put that there. I'm a stickler for making these look reasonably neat if I can. I can't do that with, I've only got one, darn it. I'll have to come back and fix that. So, alright, so we can't, well, we can get up there, but I'll have to do that later. Let's come up here. And over here, if we put our other grinder, I'll just put a block underneath that for now. And our grinder goes just there. Now I'll have to go back down again and go underneath. In fact, I might just put our auto, oh, is that the auto spawner? No. Oh, there it is, there's the auto spawner. I might just put the auto spawner here now, so that goes in the center. Right there. And our conveyor belts can go down while we're at it too. Now I don't know, let's just turn around the other way and do this. Oh look, I'll get a spanner and turn it. If you do it the wrong way, you just get a spanner and right click on it. It'll turn it around. Don't worry about the colour change, it sorts itself out. Like so. Now I don't know if I can put it on top of a, oh I can, look at that. That rocks. all the way around here. This basically, reason I'm doing this is the auto spawner spawns mobs in a 7x7 area. So that's the to this edge here is 7x7. However, the grinder will only kill in a 5x5 area. So once they spawn, the conveyor belts force them into the 5x5 area for the mobs, for the spawner to spawn it. And what I'll do, if I can, just throw a excellent. So now all the spawners, everything will land in this area here and be killed by the grinder. Now I've got to try and get out of here again. There we go. Okay, so where are we? Down here, let's run our wiring to these items. We need to put, I think, in, there's the, in the grinder, I think we're going to need, well, we're going to need an interface there, and we're going to need a fluid interface as well. So let's put it, well, let's put it here. We'll have to move that conveyor belt. So let's put the fluid interface just there. So interface goes, not that one. Interface goes there, fluid interface goes here. And all we need to do now is just run our cabling to it. I should be able to go, yes I can. There and there. And then our power I might run it up here. In fact, I might run the other one up here too, because at the moment I'm in the way of I can't get into my little ladder down there, so I'm going to just run this high and then come down into the center. So run it up to there and then run it across. That way I can get under. So I'll do the same with this one, like that. And get rid of that. Okay. Now that is all squared away. Oh, pardon me. Been a long day. Okay. So we've got everything squared up there. What we do need to do, however, is in the center here is it's about there, I think it is. Yep, we need to power that, but we also need to feed it I've lost my train of thought. Feed it mob essence, because when you open these you need mob essence as well as power to spawn the mobs you're going to catch with your safari net. So I'm short one fluid interface, so let me just go and whip one of those up and I'll be right back. Okay, so we'll put our interface there. Now, hoping that all I need to do is put a bucket into the bottom one here. I'll have to check that, see if it works. I may need to just go to a fluid export bus and just, in fact I might do that. Bear with me, I've got a better idea. I'll just do a fluid export bus and I'll cover it up and put a conveyor belt on top. Alright, so what we'll do is just put our fluid export bus there and pop our bucket of mob essence in there, and then we'll run the ME cabling down. But what we'll need to do is we'll need to run facades over this and cover it up. So just there, come across to there. Okay, that's that. Now that should be in theory filling up with Yeah, there she goes. She's filling up my distance. Excellent. Now we need to do is power it up and do a little bit of covering up on things. So that one there to there. Okay, she's all powered up. All right, I'll just have a quick look. I'll dress up that that cover and see if we can get the conveyor bits back down, and we'll end this tutorial. So facades, there we go. Okay, for some reason I just can't seem to cover the export bus. Oh, no matter, we'll leave it for now. It should be okay the way it is, but that's all powered up. We got all that powering up. All we need to put in there now is a Safari net with a captured mob, and we'll not that, we want conveyor belt. Excellent. Okay, and a base of dark glass around it. So that's it for this series. The next series we'll get the Cursed Earth up and running and get this and make our dark glass, and then we'll start going out in Safari and capturing some mobs so we can make ourselves some mob farms. Alright, so thanks for watching. If you like it, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out, and the like button, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye for now.